Hi. Okay, so listen, today I'm thinking about when is the best time to practice and develop your spiritual growth. So, of course it's different for everybody, but what I would say is, so the argument I guess is, do I develop when I'm going through my struggle, or do I develop when I'm in a calm, centered, happy place? So what I would say is, when you're going through the struggle, that's hard enough. Like, the struggle itself is hard enough. The last thing you want to be doing is going through some extra learning curve. So in the struggle, just deal with your struggle, right? If you can do your growth and development points when you are in your calm, centered, happier place, then that's useful for you. The only thing you have to do is work out and challenge this new thought process, this new way of looking at the world, this new paradigm. You hadn't really considered it yet, so it's the only newness going on for you. You've got time and space to think about it. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, next time that I'm triggered, I'm just gonna breathe. Like, that's easy to say, but then when you're in the moment of being triggered, it's not so easy to breathe. Um, so my suggestion is, in the time of being calm and happy, just do your growth. In the time of being triggered, don't be learning a new thing, but that's your time to use what you've learned to try and make the emotion of being triggered just more, not more comfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable because you're triggered, but just more bearable. Okay, maybe bearable is the right word. um because it is what it is. If we resist it, it is always, it's going to come back up for you at another point in time. um when I was talking to my husband about this earlier on, just before he went to work, he was saying that for him, growth when he's calm and centered just doesn't mean anything, because in the moment of being triggered, it all kind of goes out the window. And I'm like, that, yes, I completely get that and understand that. But don't discount the fact that in the moment of being triggered, you've got awareness that you didn't have before. So there's already growth um that maybe you're not acknowledging. So there is already the growth of knowing that I didn't use a particular strategy. And there's a growth of knowing that I don't have to be stuck in this emotional place for very long. But what I'd said to him as well is, if you try and do your growth work when you're calm and centered, then when you're in the challenge, when you're in the struggle of your emotion, you can lean on that growth work just to make the emotion, um just let it go quicker. Sometimes we end up ruminating, and the pain just kind of hangs around for longer. So you can use it to make it more bearable for you. But also, that's where you know whether you actually have grown. So at the beginning, you'll be learning your strategies. You'll be trying out your strategies when life triggers you. You'll be realizing, I haven't mastered this particular concept because it still, felt uncomfortable. It lasted longer than I wanted it to last, whatever it is. So, but you just keep on going. That's reflection that lets you know, I'm getting there, but I need to do more of it. And then eventually you'll get to the point when you realize that that thing that used to trigger me, now I just breathe through it. And it doesn't even really phase me in the way that it used to. So the challenges of life also give you that indication of not only whether or not you've grown and developed, but how much you've grown and developed. So um yeah, so basically, do the growth work when you're calm and centered if you can. In the moment of being triggered, lean back on something you've already learned. Don't forget that when you come out the other end of that emotional trigger, just take a few minutes to just reflect on, what was it that really triggered me? What was the situation? Who was around? What were they saying? Are there any similarities with other things that have happened to me before? Is this a thing that always triggers me, or was it just today? And so that can kind of give you some insight into, forewarned is forearmed. So next time you're going into that kind of scenario, you're aware that this might be a trigger point for me. But also, what elements of my practice do I need to develop more? So I liked the idea of letting go, for example, but in the moment, letting letting go wasn't as easy for me. So maybe I need a stronger mantra. Maybe I need to take more time to stop and breathe and really relax, whatever it is. So do that reflection after the point as well. And I really recommend journaling. Get you when you're ready, when you've had your time, whenever you get a moment, and if not, when you're doing your spiritual practice, after meditating, before meditating, however you work, I would recommend do it before meditating, because then it lets you release, all of those thoughts, and it helps your mind to be calmer. But whatever works for you, journaling is also a great reflective process and activity for you. Okay, anyway, thanks so much. I will be back. You know that you will see me again either in the next video. It might land tomorrow. It might already be there. Enjoy. Have a great day.